Salam Shin, I had one question regarding Qurban. You've always mentioned that after Ramadan we try to reach our fitrah, and then the aim of Qurban is to present that.
Huh?
The aim of Qurban is to present that fitrah to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for sacrifice.
Bismillah, try again. Don't look at me.
You mentioned that after Ramadan, when we reach a clean fitrah, then our aim is next is Qurban, and we want to present that fitrah to Allah as a Qurban. One of the things that I wanted to ask was, if we see something that is there in our ego that the ego likes and we want to get rid of that, is it okay to say to Allah that I want to Qurban this, or I want to Qurban that when the animal is being cut, to present that as a Qurban and say I want to get rid of this? And
yes.
Would that be accepted?
Yes, make the intention. That is the intention. One of the most sacred practices really in the Hajj, and the Hajj is, we cannot place value on we cannot say one is more sacred than the other, but this is an action. Shahadat is an action. Going into your prayers is an action. But imagine to collect stones and to throw it, this is also a sacred action. Understand? It's a sacred action. But sometimes people don't talk about it, especially in the ages where there is strong spirituality and khilafat, because it's like everybody gets it. You don't need to talk about it so much. You understand? What is the action when you're throwing something? What is the feeling when you're throwing something? What is the feeling when that is representing shaitan? Representing is not that shaitan, it's representing shaitan. And you're taking and you're throwing it. Are you punishing the shaitan? It is, as our Shaykh says, it is to take out the shaitanic qualities and to throw it back to shaitan. To say, this is not from me, this is from you, and I'm returning it back to you. So when you throw it, it's as if it's part of you, that it's not a thing that you pick up. You're throwing something away from you. That's why the feeling is so good. It's like it's coming from you. So what is coming from you? Those qualities. What are those qualities? Those are shaitanic qualities. Isn't the meaning? Isn't the meaning more important? You see? When people are doing things, it becomes ritual. But why are you doing? To find the meaning is to answer why. Mankind, Allah has given us the task and the ability to find meaning. Everything else, not necessary for you to ask. Angels don't ask. And when they do, Allah inspire them to ask. It is an inspiration from their Lord. It is an inspiration from their Lord. But in their makeup, they don't question. They obey. When they ask, it is Allah inspiring them to ask, for us too, to understand, to learn. The will is given only to mankind. So when you are not putting that will to ask, to find meaning, and when man does not find meaning, he finds what, he finds how, but he doesn't understand why, it is enough hell for him. He can have this whole world, but there is no meaning. There'll be hell for him. This whole world can be hell, but there is a meaning. It is bearable. And he knows what it is. And all meaning then comes to Allah from him. Then you hold on to that. So, what is our meaning? We have been created to know Allah, to know Him. Do you understand what a big journey it is to know? Do we understand this? Have we thought about this? If you say to someone, young kid, say to this kid, he says, why am I going to school? Finally, the father says to him, my son, you're going to school because you have to understudy and you have to learn who the President of the United States is. Because one day, when you're old enough, you're going to represent him. It's a wonderful, big, huge task, isn't it? Isn't it? That time, everything becomes interesting. He's going to study that character. This. Trying to understand. What is our reason of creation? And what are we being busy with? And Allah made it easy. Now, to understand me, understand your Prophet. He is from you. He's part of you. Understand him. Make it easier than that. You don't live in the same physical time and space as him. There are representatives. Closest to you. Better. So that you can connect easier to try to understand him. So what are we doing? Understand him in which way? You are doing this, you're doing this, you're doing this. In whatever that you're doing, you can understand better. Through whichever avenue that you are at, whatever work that you're doing, you can understand. But what are we busy with? Trying to fulfill the reason of our creation. Now, if the kid decides, I'm not going to study him, I'm going to do something else, isn't that the most foolish thing? Because they say you are going to represent him. Where are the schools for this? This is what the dergahs are. Where are they? So now, we know a lot about our religion, but we don't know the meaning to it. There's more hafiz, more madrasas than ever in all of our recorded history. More literacy, everything. But where is the meaning of things? No meaning. Because meaning will push you to a certain purpose. What is the purpose? Move you to a certain direction. Where is the direction? Whose direction? The direction of ideologies, political ideologies that you live in. That's what it becomes. Is that really? Is that what the Prophet brought? Big questions to ask. So they don't push to that meaning also, because then people are going to say, hey, you're doing for this one? Wrong. So they say, no, don't concentrate on that. Just do the ritual, be robotic, and increase it more. You can never finish studying, they will say. Don't even study yourself. Now they say it is more important for you to do all these things instead of studying yourself. Oh. If you don't know yourself, people can fool you. When they say we're going to teach you about this, but in reality they're fooling you. So, let's try to wake up a little bit. Inshallah. Assalamu alaikum.